How you guys doing?
Pretty well. So
Yes, sir. Doing good. Thank you.
Has the night practice thrown you off a little bit? The condensed week?
No, not really. I think because in high school we did a lot of. It really was only night practices, and even before high school it was night practices. So, like coming here, I was actually happy that it was a little change from like what I'm the usual practicing at night and stuff. So, yeah, this actually feels natural to me, and I think it will prepare our team well for Friday night, our first night game this season.
Does it throw you off a little bit, considering you have to move up basically the entire week because of a Friday game?
I mean, this is my first time, especially coming from a couple injuries. My first time experiencing where we have to go from a Saturday game to a Friday game. So it is something different, but it's not something that I'm not used to. I'm used to a lot of changes. Like we had a couple of changes here in the program, of course, and just me like throughout life. Like this is nothing. This is nothing to me.
You talked about those injuries. You've been waiting a long time to get on the field. What was it like finally getting your first tackle in college?
Oh yeah, actually I made my first tackle. I think it was the second game against Alabama State. Yeah, that was my first tackle, and it feels there's a lot of like a lot of adrenaline, a lot of like emotion behind that, and like just against Colorado, it just felt like another practice day to me, and it's the tackling is it's always there. I feel like even though we don't practice tackling, like I feel like it's just a natural thing, especially to our defense. So it was just another just another thing.
What was the hardest thing about working through those injuries and kind of waiting for this time?
I think the hardest thing was just knowing that you're not going to play football, and it's just like going another day. You seeing the team, go out, being together out on the field, and they practice every day, and then you're kind of just in the weight room, just like weight training and all that. To me, the hardest thing was just watching, my brothers, just get after it on the field, and just knowing that I gotta wait for my time, and be patient throughout this process, and just know that my time is coming, and when I'm fully healed, I'll be back to play. So I guess it's just the patience.
What were like specifically the injuries that you were working through?
So my first year it was a shoulder injury, and then the next 2 years it was my left knee first, and then it was my right knee, and then on my third year, and then coming now, I think what I learned throughout that process was just like how great the staff and just everyone in general at UCLA is, and of course going through those injuries away from home, like you kind of need that comfort, but just knowing that if that family environment that Coach Kelly has over here, it was really comforting to me, and just knowing that I had everyone here to support me and be positive, it was what helped me get through all of that.
Physically, how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling probably the best since I've been here, of course, because I'm healthy, but I'm just slowly just trying to keep my body healthy, and just listening to my body every day and just going off of that.
In addition to that, Coach Kelly has really talked about the conditioning and how it has really helped the team overall in the second half. How do you think that it's helped you on a personal level?
Oh my goodness, yeah. So he has throughout practice, he always makes sure that that every position group gets in a certain amount of bursts throughout practice, and that we're running at a high speed distance for a certain amount of yards, whether it's for a certain position group or the other. And I think him doing that with us, it really gets us to think and especially with the high tempo practice that we have, it really prepares us for the game, and just knowing that we're supposed to go full speed on every play, every drill, like that. When it comes to game day, that's why, for me, and I know I speak for the rest of the guys, it just feels like another practice, and if not a practice, it's probably easier because of the slower tempo. But yeah, I think what he's done for us, it really prepares us for the games, and I'm really appreciative of that.
How do you assess what the defensive line's been able to do, especially being shorthanded for most of the last 2 weeks now?
Oh yeah, well I've noticed throughout my time here that we've really been short. There throughout the season, where we'd have a couple of nicks and injuries, where someone would have to sit out for a couple of days or for maybe even a game. And to me, that is something that I feel like our group prepared for, and even the scout team guys, I know they're excited that they get to pull, they're getting pulled up into the depth, and and I'm happy for them, for that. But we've all prepared for that, and I think our team and our strength staff really, got us. They told us since the beginning of the year, like, just be ready. Your time will be up. There will be a couple guys. We prepare for guys to go down, and so they really prepared, our bodies to withstand that and to take over when we know it's our time.
Do you have any early impressions against what you've seen against Washington?
I think they're a really good football team. I think they're well coached. But it's not nothing new to our team. I feel like, and since going through our meetings today, like we are prepared for this team, and we know that what our game plan will be, and we're going to follow and trust in our coaches and trust in our technique and our training. And I know we'll just treat this like another game, and it's like a championship game to us, just like every other game.
What was your recovery strategy after you guys got home yesterday? You had that early game, you charter back, get your 8 o'clock.
Oh yeah, so we got here at 8. I think the first thing I wanted to do was to eat food and eat healthy. I just I had me and my girlfriend. Well, she got like fruits and vegetables, and I told her like just to make some healthy food for me. And then after that, I went to sleep. Of course, I was kind of like waiting for the film to come up. I just wanted to immediately watch film right after that and try and get. I was like thinking like, oh, I needed to work on this, but it came in a little late, and I just it was good. So I had time to sleep. So I went to sleep like around 10, and then kind of like my body just woke me up at 6, because that's usually the time we wake up, like 5:30 or 6, and then from there just kind of like keeping the normal Sunday routine, but knowing that we have another practice today. So it's kind of like it was keeping that Sunday routine, but it's kind of like, but then you have that switch to, I have practice at night. So it wasn't nothing different. I feel like nothing major.
What's your normal Sunday routine minus tonight's night practice?
Oh yeah, so they do give us like since we had a lot of morning, or our past games were morning games, they gave us a little time in the morning. So it's just wake up a little later than usual, or try to, and then just getting a couple stretches in, and like if I had to, like go for a jog, or go for a walk, just to get the body flowing and the central nervous system kind of moving. And then that's where we go. I get in treatment around 9 o'clock, and then from there we get like our pool region, and then we meet, and then we eat, and then we have the rest of the day off, and you just call family and just enjoy your time off, and at the same time preparing your mind for the week. So I feel like that quick turnaround on Sunday, I feel I was actually excited that we got to practice today. I just needed to get moving, and I'm super excited for Washington, ready to go.
Thank you.